Good morning, family. Welcome to Morning Devotion Light. Today is Thursday, October 12th. Let's begin by greeting Heavenly Parent and true parents. Chanjian, Champumanamge, Kyungbe. Paro. Now for our family pledge, let's welcome Pastor Milhan Stevens.
가정맹세 1. 천여국 주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 번향 땅을 찾아 번영의 창조의 상인 지상 천국과 천상 천국을 창건할 것을 맹세하나이다. 2. 천여국 주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 하늘 부모님과 참 부모님을 모시어 천주의 대표적 가정이 되며 중심적 가정이 되어 가정에서는 효자, 국가에서는 중심, 세계에서는 성인, 천주에서는 성자의 가정의 도리를 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 3. 천여국 주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 4대 심정권과 3대 왕권과 황족권을 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 4. 천여국 주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 하늘 부모님의 창조의 상인 천주대 가족을 형성하여 자유와 평화와 통일과 행복의 세계를 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 5. 천여국 주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 매일 주체적 현상세계와 대상적 지상세계의 통일을 향해 전진적 발전을 촉진화할 것을 맹세하나이다. 6. 천여국 주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 하늘 부모님과 참 부모님의 대신 가정으로서 천운을 움직이는 가정이 되어 하늘의 축복을 주변에 연결시키는 가정을 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 1. 천여국 주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 본연의 혈통과 연결된 위하는 생활을 통하여 심정문화 세계를 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 8. 천여국 주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 천여국 시대를 맞이하여 절대 신앙, 절대 사랑, 절대 복종으로 신인의 일체 이상을 이루어 지상 천국과 천상 천국의 해방권과 석방권을 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다.
Thank you, Pastor Milhan. We're going to put you to work today. So could you please offer us a prayer this morning?
Of course.
Thank you.
Let's pray. Dear Heavenly Parent, good morning. We greet you with a smile on our face, and despite all the challenges that we're facing at a personal level and in our international family, we pray that we can bring you joy, bring you hope, knowing that you have at least one community in this world that is coming from all different backgrounds and supporting a unified family, not just tolerating one another, but really seeing each other as brothers and sisters, family members, aunts and uncles, that look out for each other, that care, pray for each other, that feel one another. So God, only through our true parents is this possible. So we're so grateful to them. And we just ask that your spirit can feel welcome here, and that we can, as we read Mother's Word, remind ourselves again and again each day how to make peace, how to make peace in ourselves. And as always, create an aroma pleasing to you this morning as we get prepared for our new day. I report in my name, Milhan and Psycho Stevens, a blessing to family. Adieu.
Adieu. Thank you, Pastor Milhan. My brothers and sisters, now it's time for our Bible reading. We're reading from the Mother of Peace, our True Mother's Memoir. Let's begin.
All right. Thank you, Aunt Kathleen. I've been waiting a long time for this. Thank you. You God. We're back home safe in New York. And yeah, yesterday I was missing you all so much. And I can't wait to get back into the groove again. We made a beautiful offering to Mother. Yes.
And we're looking forward to hearing more about it. So thank you.
Yes, exactly.
Thank you for representing us there, you and Joshua and Keisetsu. Thank you.
Welcome to Mother of Peace, and God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes. A memoir by Hak Jahan Moon, a production of the Washington Times Global Media Group, narrated by Alison Hiroto. The New Age centers on womanhood. At the end of May in 2016, the United Nations hosted its Education for Global Citizenship Conference in Gyeongju, South Korea. The UN Secretary-General and more than 4,000 representatives of non-governmental organizations, NGOs, from 100 nations came together and held discussions on how to create a brighter world. At that conference, the UN selected the Women's Federation for World Peace to be a part of the discussions as one of the small number of NGOs with consultative status, in recognition of its genuine and wide-ranging activities for peace over the years. It seemed as if just a few days had passed since the Women's Federation was taking its first steps to establish itself in the world. In that moment, WFWP's spirit of peace and service, which we had practiced with devotion throughout the world, shone brightly. The inception of the Women's Federation traces back to 1991. In September of that year, some 7,000 women, including the wife of the Japanese Prime Minister, came together in Tokyo, Japan, to inaugurate the Women's Federation for Peace in Asia. As the founder, I gave a speech entitled, "The True Love Movement, Bringing Salvation to Asia and the World." The next year, I gave a speech to 50,000 people in the Tokyo Dome, a crowd that had gathered with only 15 days' notice. I spoke with passion burning deep within, and many hearts were moved. The following April, 160,000 women from 70 countries gathered in Seoul. 4,000 buses created a traffic jam downtown as they conveyed these crowds to the main Olympic Stadium. This tremendous number of women leaders had come to participate in the proclamation of the era of women. The Women's Federation for World Peace was born on that day. This was not to be just one more women's organization, but a mirror reflecting this new age. My speech that day provided a compass to guide humankind out of the world of war, violence, and conflict, and into the ideal world of one human family led by men and women in harmony, overflowing with love and peace. Over months following that event, I traveled the world to encourage women leaders and launch a true women's movement that could win the hearts of both men and women. I joyfully met with leaders from all walks of life, and we held women's conferences successfully all over the world. Until now, neither men nor women have known the true value of womanhood. As a result, men have not approached women with authentic appreciation. To break that mold, women in modern times have campaigned to advance their rights and achieve liberation from past restrictions. They have, for the most part, taken a position of complaint against men and channeled their energy into political movements to change laws. With a different perspective, I launched the Women's Federation for World Peace as a movement to awaken women to their true value and help them embrace men and develop themselves in partnership with men. To be a clear mirror that reflects this age, each woman first needs to be clear and pure within herself. Each needs to find the indomitable power within that is necessary to overcome self-centeredness. She needs to become a true daughter who attends her parents with filial piety, and a true wife who completes her husband with fidelity and devotion. Moreover, she needs to become a true mother who raises her sons and daughters with love and dedication. She needs to form a family of true love that attends God. God will raise up such true women as leaders on the path to world peace. A mother's hand soothes a stomachache. Mommy, my stomach hurts. When a child complains of stomachache, his mother lays him on her lap and rubs his tummy without a single word. Her hands may be gnarled and rough, but in a few moments, the child feels better. This may be a simple approach, but it is a practice based on love. We all dimly remember our mother's warm touch. This is the very touch with which I long to embrace all of humankind as Mother of the Universe and Mother of Peace. As we know from our own experience, a mother hears her child's cry very clearly, and she has no thought but to quickly run to her child. This is because a mother's love and attention are directed solely towards her children. A mother will walk through a fiery pit without hesitation to save her child. Koreans often pray for Chongbok, which means living in happy contentment, even without possessions or power. Health is most important for our happiness. We have a saying, if you lose your possessions, you have lost little. If you lose your reputation, you have lost a lot. But if you lose your health, you have lost everything. Taking these words very seriously, I have long pondered over the secret of good health. It is not easy for anyone to live their entire life without ever getting sick. During my early life, I saw many people suffering from malnutrition or whose lives were broken by injury or disease. At age 16, when I entered St. Joseph's Nursing School, I felt joy and pride, knowing I had found exactly what I needed to do. However, in taking on the mission of the Mother of Peace, I had no choice but to put that vocation aside. While traveling around the world, I saw many children who could have become healthy if they had better care. Some lost their sight. Some had limbs amputated because they could not be treated in time. This pain remains as a deep knot in my heart. I want to be the mother who can embrace all people who are ill, physically and spiritually. When we injure a toe, we feel the pain throughout our entire body. As the mother of one family under God, I feel the pain of each person as my own pain. Having fallen ill myself in countries not my own, I know what it means to be a foreigner in need of medical care. Thus, it was with great joy and satisfaction that Father Moon and I decided to realize the dream I had when I attended nursing school. We established an international hospital in Korea where all people can receive expert spiritual and physical care and feel a mother's touch. When we get sick, from the depth of our hearts, we yearn for our mother's warm touch. However, our mother is not always near us. To provide a mother's touch, after receiving permission to build in 1999, we opened the Chongshim International Medical Center, now called the H.J. Magnolia International Medical Center, in 2003. It overlooks Chongpyong Lake, where the waters are clear and the mountains are beautiful. The medical center is not a typical hospital. Beyond providing excellent standard treatments, we focus on the true meaning of health. Health does not simply mean having a sturdy body. An original human being has mind and body united in harmony. Thus, unification medical science is based on the principles of truth and the spirit of love. The H.J. Magnolia International Medical Center is the first facility to develop and implement this new model. Doctors and nurses from various nations take care of patients with a motherly heart in the midst of beautiful natural surroundings, which are heaven's gifts. They are answering a question that has been neglected until now. Does faith in God truly enhance our health? The answer to this question is not difficult. For good health, the harmony of our mind and body is an important agent of healing, and faith is what allows us to realize that harmony. The H.J. Magnolia International Medical Center not only uses state-of-the-art medical techniques, but it is also the first full-scale hospital to integrate spiritual healing in the prevention and treatment of disease. Behind this are my prayers for the physical and spiritual salvation of all people, so that none may be orphans. We must take care of our health when we are healthy. Most of the time, we tend to ignore that simple fact. In our busy lives, we can easily forget to take care of our mind and body. God gave us the blessing to be fruitful. That means to have spiritual, psychological, and physical health. The mission of H.J. Magnolia International Medical Center is to enable people to achieve that joy.
Thank you for listening to Godable.
Thank you, God and your parents, for these words today. I'm moved by the importance of women and how God has designed the female to bring peace through love. And I think the operative word is love. If we are to have a world centered on true love, where empathy and compassion is first, and then politics and economy is second, I think women are uniquely gifted in the area of love and empathy. And so it is, I think, men, if they understood that, could serve women better, and seek the vision and the heart of women to make a peaceful world. Here it's interesting, the inception of Women's Federation was close to the time in Tokyo, this 7,000 women rally titled "The True Love Movement, Bringing Salvation to Asia and the World." Tokyo, Japan is a very special role as a mother nation, and I feel like even as a movement, we emphasize Korea, and yes, Korea is a father nation, but Japan is the mother nation, and so we need to appreciate Japan more. And I think this is something that even Korea has to humble itself and acknowledge Japan and how much they've paid enough the price, and now we need to protect, to love, to uplift Japan at this time. My speech that day provided a compass to guide humankind out of the world of war, violence, and conflict, and into the ideal world of one human family led by men and women in harmony, overflowing with love and peace. So this is what's unique about Women's Federation, is that it's not just another women's rights organization trying to, express one side of the coin. But this takes a headwing belief that God sees the harmony of men and women and their complementary nature. But we didn't know what that complementary nature was till now, told your mother. As it says here, until now, neither men nor women have known the true value of womanhood. And men have not approached women with authentic appreciation. So a mother has compassion for men. Like, sorry, dudes, you didn't know that women had more of a role than just watching the kids and making meals. Men didn't know. Men has just not seen an ideal woman before, one with spirit, power, and love. So this is the dawn of a new era. So let's get on the, be prepared for the future. Awaken women, and this is to mother. I launched the Women's Federation for World Peace as a movement to awaken women to their true value and help them embrace men and develop themselves in partnership with men. I have to give all the credit to Sayaka for keeping peace and love, true love, at the center of my family and also our ministry. In fact, it's the greatest victory. I look back in the last 2 years, and one of the greatest. I mean, we did a lot of amazing things, but for me, one of the greatest victories is allowing Sayaka to lead a ministry, the food ministry. But then it was a time where she couldn't come to church because there's just too much stress and challenge to get there, and I was so busy at home, and so and to me, that trust has to be earned. But I trusted Sayaka always. Her heart, her love for our children, and her sense of authenticity in my ministry. If she didn't feel it was genuinely making an impact, she could not support me. And so I had to change myself. I had to, again, remove my ego of fallen nature to be able to win her trust, to support this ministry. So I mean that needs to be acknowledged. So here we're going into mothers, how the importance of health. Okay, and one thing I love about Aunt Kathleen and this ministry here is that your health matters. If you're in pain, that matters to God. That matters because it matters to you. Because if you're trapped in a body, then that matters. That's junk sum. That's something to offer up, as Reverend Corley says. In the Catholic Church, his mother would always tell him, whenever you're in pain, just offer it up. Stub your toe, offer it up. So for some of us who are really in debilitating situations, yes, please offer it up. Mother God knows and receives your offering. This might be a simple approach, but it is a practice based on love. Again, comes back to love. If true love is truly the center of the cosmos, then mother's love must be the most compassionate and most powerful. This is the very touch with which I long to embrace all of humankind as mother of the universe, mother of peace. Mother's love and attention are directed solely towards her children. Again, as it's been said before many times. So this is why health matters so much to a mother. Health is the most important for our happiness. I have long pondered over the secret of good health. So this is a mother's heart. This is how they spend every waking moment thinking, pondering, how can I help my children stay healthy, eating well, living well, because naturally they'll want to spread that wellness among each other. And when, there's nothing, when your life is filled with stress, health challenges, it's very difficult to have a normal conversation, to even think about peace or helping other people. But if we have good health, good fitness, then we're in a better position to help others. Taking on the mission of the Mother of Peace, I had no choice but to put that vocation aside. So, imagine a world where we didn't have so much war and all these contradictions within us. Then Mother could have gone to nursing school, and she could have been a normal nurse, just living peacefully, in this world. But because of all the failures of those leaders of the past and present, and those people who should be leading today but are too scared to lead, Mother had to give up her vocation. So we thank you. And one more sacrifice Mother has had to make in her life. We thank you. I feel the pain of each person as my own pain. As a man, it's kind of hard to even believe that. Like, wow, how can you feel other people's pain like that? I think this is what uniquely qualifies Mother to be the Mother of Peace. The only begotten daughter is just, when you have this oneness with God, you have to bear that pain. You have to know that every word you say has weight. That, this is something I've been, even on the conflict in Israel right now, I feel like what's missing is this compassion, this heart. Like, how does God feel about the situation? Yes, there might be someone, there needs to be reconciliation. There needs to be understanding on both sides of the story. But that's not the first thing. The first thing is, how does God feel? How can you feel the pain on both sides of every conflict? With that compassion, be able to heal these deep wounds, these ancestral wounds. It's going to take that compassion, that radical empathy, as people are calling it now. But that doesn't come from nowhere. That comes from God. It comes from true parents. And so I just pray that our world and us members can wake up faster to lead this world. I'm just a humble kid. And it's terrifying for me to want to lead anything. I never really wanted to lead. I'm very content just being, just being with my family. But sometimes I always whenever I have to lead or step out, I always have that, my stomach gets hard. But I'm asking you all as peacemakers to lead. The world is changing now. I do believe the world is, they're longing for those peacemakers to lead and give advice and to challenge the status quo. But we have to fight ourselves, our meekness, in order to do that. And especially women. It's easy for me to say as a guy, just lead, just do it, just wake up. But we need your help. We need, despite men's ignorance, please. We know not what we do, but we need your love at this time more than ever. Health does not simply mean having a sturdy body, and an original human being has a mind and body united in harmony. Exactly. Most of the time, we tend to ignore this simple fact. This is this mind and body thing. We really have to address the spirit first. I'm really tired. I sent a post last night on Facebook. Sometimes I wonder if I was even the politically correct thing to say, but I don't even care. I feel like before politics it has to be hard. It has to be put God first. I appreciate our mayor last night. He spoke about it's like it's time for prayer, and he kept saying it. He gave a sermon. You know, when things are crazy, and we know human power, intellect, smartyism is not going to get us out of this mess. We have to start. We have to humble ourselves, seek God's face first. Not everything. Okay. And I always say this prayer is not everything, but it's the first thing. The first thing. Prayer gives us empathy, it gives us insight, heart. So for our prayer every day. So grateful for you all for standing strong and being a pillar of hope for New York City. So yes, thank you very much.
Thank you, Pastor Milhan. My brothers and sisters, let's take a few moments to share our appreciation and reflections, and we'll be back in 5 minutes. Welcome back, everybody. Henry and Mimi-san, please share with us today. You knew that was going to happen.
Yeah, I'm so grateful to see the Reverend Milham and honest sharing and wonderful reflection. I'm so grateful. And today's memoir, I felt touched. Really, I feel true mother's, really mother's heart, heavenly mother's heart. I really want to embracing her children in pain, especially mother heart. With the mother heart, want to heal the her children in pain. Want to her children to cure, to become a healthy state, and that motivation is all goes through the inner her memoir, the mother's heart, and that one particular HJ Magnolia International Medical Center is, the time mother was happy and spirit and the body contribute the healing of the spirit and the body of people, and I really appreciate mother, true mother's motherly heart.
Just I read Japan newspaper today, and Japan government it had a serious decision. Yeah. So, but anyway, as Miha's student said, first we have to pray, and then unity is most important. Then we can of course we have to battle in the court case, maybe 2 years, 3 years, I don't know. But really unity we have way to go. Even though some limitations, we have many organizations, so we can work together anyway. So we have to, most important, unity centered on True Mother. Thank you.
Thank you, Henry and Mimi-san. Thank you so much. All right, do we have any prayer requests? Besides, we're absolutely praying for Japan.
Yes, I would like to ask you to could please pray for my mother-in-law's second birth, which she had yesterday at 97. She was peacefully left us, and she was surrounded by 3 of her daughters and 1 of her nieces. And so her name is Sheila Van Frank. So it's the last one of my family parents that went to the spirit world. I'd appreciate it if you could pray for her. Safe journey. An extraordinary mother held the family together.
I'm sorry for your loss, Reverend Sebastian.
Very well.
And how's your father-in-law?
Oh, he's in the spirit world waiting for her. It's her birthday tomorrow. So they're going to have a birthday celebration in the other land, the country, the Chun, the world beyond this world. So they're going to celebrate and hopefully have a wonderful time.
Okay. Any other prayer requests today? Okay, if not, then brothers and sisters, let's begin our 7 minutes unison prayer. Okay, Shi Jacques. Most beloved Heavenly
Good
Parent.
morning, Heavenly
Good
Parents. Good
morning,
morning,
our
parents.
Heavenly
Heavenly
Thank you,
Parents.
Heavenly
Thank you
Parents,
so
We
much
want to
for
for
pray
this
today. Heavenly Parents, I
Community
ask
Day,
for
for
prayer
Kathleen, for
conference.
Reverend Johan,
Sister
Time is
Brightness,
and
you
for
know,
Maria, Heavenly
Joshua,
Parents,
our
Sister
most
all our brothers and sisters,
diverse
just
for
long life
melting
for
pot.
Henry
Brother
and
Henry,
Mimi,
praying
Lord's
So
Father,
unity.
for
So want
Reverend
to
Miller's prayer and
excite
reflection,
we excite
for those
for
supporting
Fortune
Brother
Mother's
Henry
memoir, the
this
care
power
of
now as
of
a
us.
melting
parents,
pot.
Pray, Heavenly
power of
Parents,
her
So
for
presence,
mankind
Father, in this world today.
and Sister
Even though we have war
Brightness,
everywhere and all these small,
heart
painful
under
situations,
God.
nevertheless, we have had the decision,
family.
the Japanese government, to go
Extend
and
true
try to
parents
dissolve
one brother family. We
Still
pray, Heavenly Parents, for
the
true
way that we
parents
can,
family.
especially
able,
For true children, we pray, Heavenly
again,
Parents, for
over
even
until
if
it's
they
over
not
with
only
the
pray
governments.
all for our
I thank you for each one of my brothers and
we
sisters
can
and their
love
Israel,
prayers,
the Heavenly
for
God.
my mother-in-law
another
has held the family together
Pray for
and has
God,
done the things, Father, that only a mother can do.
Muslim
We can
for
hold things together
Sheila,
and say,
time,
please,
Foreign help for
let's
husband,
focus on the things that are
time
really
Foreign help for
for
thank you for
comfort the family, help
Paul
them
and
to
Sister
heal
also that she had. Father,
pray
well,
for
I'm
Heavenly
happy to
because of
remember in the
you,
spirit world,
ours are.
Sisters
hey,
and
Father, that
pray
for each
Heavenly
one of
Parents
us,
Ours
we
are.
know
for the
we're going to be doing the same
Government
thing over there.
touch their heart
pray Heavenly
Uh,
Parents
in
embrace
a way,
and
to
harvesting,
heal.
Father, the good
Heavenly
things that we're able to
Father, this kind
accomplish.
of heart,
and Heavenly Parents
Father, the
pray for the
things that we don't
there
have a physical
are so
body.
many
We have a
things
different
happen to us.
politics, environment.
Concern
pray for
have to be
Heavenly
Father, on that
concerned.
physical earth here,
Father,
for vitality
for them
elements,
Heavenly
for the
without
parent, I want to
little
thank
mother,
you
Parents
having a
we can
pray
feel
Father, for
the miracle
Father. Pray for each one of my brothers and sisters who are young,
delay.
or
Father,
younger, or older, Father.
parents,
We pray that you
everyone
keep
mother,
them with health, as your mother has
pray
said.
for Reverend Joshua
When you lose
pray for
money,
them
that's
Heavenly
one thing. You
each
lose property.
all
When you lose reputation, that's really
pray for
bad.
concern
When you lose health, you lost
I
everything.
pray
for
I pray, Father, that we can
pray
keep
that
that
we
physical
can
health that you only have about 100 years. Grateful for my mother-in-law to be able
pray
to
that
stay
we
with us that many years. We
can
pray for the health of Japan,
27 years
the
old.
mother nation of the world, Father, has given out motherly
This
love in
kind
so
of
many different
relationship
places with
was forever.
Suni,
But
with
in the
Yumiko
past,
Kato, Father, with all the brothers and sisters in Japan now,
body
even the
pray
Princess and all of them.
pray for miracle
True mother
Heavenly
knows
Parents
about it,
and
and even the victory
pray for
celebration,
miracle that America can
followed immediately by the decision of the Japanese government to
that's
try to
that
dissolve the unification movement. Father,
to create
it's a no-no, absolute no-no. We need to
and
bring that
Father,
about
we
give
lost
them their
China to
kind
stop
of
these
feeling,
evil doings, Father.
heart
their
For
for
Rwanda to
many,
stand
many
strong,
years.
for the Philippines,
Like the
Australia, Father, all these are mother nations,
pain,
the daughter nations, Father, for Canada,
for Japan,
march, Father, and stop this stupid stuff that the
help us
leadership is
again.
doing.
the
We pray
word
for the
Strong
Al-Hassan nation.
parents
time.
Really support the
More
mother,
than
support the father, the
parents.
nations, Father, and all
Everything
the
to the youth,
vulnerable nations, Father, around the
middle,
world that are strong,
everywhere.
standing strong.
Mankind
For Israel, especially at this time. He wants to be destroyed. He just want to destroy the Israel, Father. The Hamas, that's really the front. Someone has have another chance, Father, to destroy everything. Starting with Israel, the United States. They want to destroy everything. Father, that's a Satan. Not interested in keeping anybody alive because he doesn't have a physical body. He's just finished, died like suicide with everybody. Continue, Father. Force, Father, has nothing else. And the parents and things, Father, everything else. Everybody suffer. We want to stop them, and we will stop them. Our love is stronger for you and each other. Keep your health, Father, spiritual and physical health.
Helping this community.
Spirit, Father. Father,
let
being the
everything you are
food
doing
that we need every day at your mother's words,
Never be disturbed.
guidance of your love,
Grow,
Heavenly Father,
develop,
Father's words, divine principles. I pray, grateful, Father, for citizens, Father, standing strong here. Mother who's with us till now, Father, looks so great, so healthy, but I know she's in pain as she walks every step of the Father, touching her, as only physically in pain, but she's free. So that's the feeling, the pain of all people. Everything she experiences, Father, pray that please be with Milhan, understand, Father, as he is not Father, but actually he is a natural leader, very much of a leader, very naturally so. Just like my younger brother, Father, actually a natural leader, Father, and he can also switch as his role, Father, not only as a physician, but as a natural spiritual healer. Pray that we can
pray that we
put
can
prayer
support each
first,
other,
truly so. Praise in the meditation,
they
in
can
the
perform,
center.
and they can get
Yes, and we need to act on it. We need to
them
the
Heavenly
best way. We need
pray
to
Heavenly
use our
Father to
intelligence
prevent
Against
decision and do it as to mother wakes up and
both
do
for
it.
the individual
Meditates on what she's going to do,
and strength for brother
figuring out the best way, Father, with a
brothers
pencil,
and
and she does it.
brothers
Sisters,
yes
Father,
pray for
especially all the couples, Father, can work
everyone in
together in this next generation, second and third generation, for daughter Caitlin Rose Shinma Huema, Father, is going to hear the news today, Father. It's going to be very hard on her. Pray that she stands strong. Anyway, Father, even though she's rejecting religion right now, she's rejecting prayer and meditation. She's rejecting, Father, these things. She's inundated by
all the kingdoms of
the
the world
woke,
because they were given
so
to
the
them.
woke panic stuff,
We're given
Father.
to him.
The strong original mind, Father.
Listen,
May her strong original mind be the best,
follow you.
the lead in her heart, Father. May her heart be strong to the
Thank you, everyone, for your prayers. Do we have any announcements?
I would like to start the 21-day prayer, dedicate the function one. I believe tomorrow, I think we should start tomorrow. I think what it would. So anyway, well, I'll have to outline whatever details we'll need for that. I would like to invite others to pray together. As I understand, it shouldn't just be this prayer here. I think we should have another prayer specifically for Chanshin One, and invite others who'd like to be a part of that prayer here. So we'll send you details about that today.
Well, thank you. Yes, exciting to think about this happening. Any other announcements? Well, thank you.
Sorry. Well, maybe one more. Just one thing we can also pray about is this Saturday. I'll be interviewed for this film producer, like Brazilian film producer, and it's like I do enough stuff for national and stuff like that, and I got a call from Dr. Jenkins yesterday asking for help about something. Like it's not it's not easy trying to do a lot of these things at once, but one thing is when I think about the matching and blessing, we really need to clean up our image. If we're going to expect anyone to come back to this church, we have to clean up our image online. The world has to hear the story of how different our church is today. And so I'm very passionate and letting people know that Manhattan Family Church is awesome. and
too.
and so far, this researcher lady has been happy to hear from me. So she's gonna have her whole film crew probably in here in the Harlem Center this Saturday for 3 hours. Of course, I'm supposed to come prepared with pictures and maybe other places where they may want to shoot. So I just pray this all goes well. I do think this is impeccable timing. I think as we launch our 3rd year, our blessing culture year, wouldn't it be great for like the world to see kind of all of our little ministries and our activities of heart and praying for each other and all these things. I think it's honestly, now, and I say this is the best thing we can do for Japan as well. We can fight and complain all day, but if we don't practice what we preach, it's kind of hard to defend us. So, and again, I know that this is an evil group attacking us. I get that. But sometimes you fight. Some of us fight fire with fire. Some of us have water. So I think that's what we're going to do here. Okay, I can go on and on. So maybe I'll stop there. So for this, I'll share more about what happened in Las Vegas on Sunday. I'll be preaching. So yeah, we'll make sure of that.
Thank you. Looking forward to it. All right, brothers and sisters, have a wonderful day. God bless you. Thank you for coming. Bye.
Bye.